everybody, Bekka here. Today I'm going to show you how to make shampoo out of soap berries. So let's get started. So let's get started. Those that are here for the first time, I'm Bekka and I'm here to empower you with a natural health lifestyle. And today we're going to talk about washing your hair. So those that have talked to me any length of time might have known, or I might have told you, that I don't wash my hair with shampoo and have not used chemical detergents for years. And that's detergents like soap, shampoos, and your laundry detergent. They are all detergents, so anything with a sodium lauryl sulfate or any type of sulfate, something like along those lines, those are actually not very good for your health. And what I have done is experimented over the years. I have used vinegar, I've used baking soda. There are some more natural conditioners that I've used to just like rinse and condition my hair for a long while. But one of my favorite things to use is some Fermented Soapberry conditioner that I have found on Amazon that I do believe is actually made in India. I'll double check that, but I will pop up a picture right here of the conditioner I've used for the last couple of years to, I guess you could call it, to wash my hair when needed, or to condition my hair when it's needed. And though I do keep it up just out of ease, as you can see, it is nice, fairly healthy hair, even though I haven't had a cut in several months. Casey, you need to call me. Well, anyway, with this conditioner, this Fermented Soapberry conditioner, I have decided I'm going to try to make some myself. So what are soap berries? Well, soap berries, or soap nuts as some people call them, are from a tree, and what is really interesting about these berries is they suds, or they soap. They soap up. Because of the saponins that are in this, it makes it suds. And for a couple of years now, I have been using soap berries. This particular package is from Green Will, and I buy it from Amazon. I'll leave the link in the description. But I've been using this for years for my washing my clothes, and have really enjoyed it. And the reason why is, for one, when you buy this box, this is, I do believe, a 1 pound box. This is a 1.5 pound box, and this box will last us well over 6 months, almost a year. Well, when you buy a package, most of the packages of soap nuts come with a bag, and all you do is you take this bag, if I can get the nuts off of them. So you take this little bag, you put about a half a dozen soap nuts or soap berries into the bag, you throw it in the wash, and it washes your clothes. That simple. It's a whole big box. Well, and like I've already stated, I use that as a hair wash or a hair cleaner, even though it is marked as a conditioner. So lately I have been doing some research and experimenting on my own, because this is the conditioner I buy, and as you can see, it's a small bottle. It is 9 fluid ounces, and this bottle cost me almost 20 bucks. I think it's worth it because of it is a natural probiotic, it's plant-based, it's raw, goody. There's a lot of good stuff that goes on with this, and I'm supporting that industry because I want that to keep going on. But one thing I don't like is that I have to order it and it be shipped from Amazon. Therefore, there's packaging, the box, and all the gas and all of that, and then and it's in a plastic bottle, which I don't like using plastic. So I thought I would experiment and bring you along on making my own here at the house. So what do we need for this experiment? We need soap nuts, which I have a cup of. We need water, which I have 2 cups of. We need a pot, which I have on the stove because we're going to heat this up. We need some flaxseed. About 3 tablespoons of flaxseed is all we're going to need. We need some vinegar, which this is another batch of orange vinegar that I have made. If you would like to learn how to make orange vinegar, then check out the card above, and you can go to that video on how I make my orange vinegar. But this is batch number 2, and that's all we need. Oh, and an empty jar. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our water and our soapberries. So remember, 2 cups of water, 1 cup soapberries. So after the soapberries put in the water, we're going to add our flaxseed. Let's see if I can get just 3 tablespoons in this. There's 1, 2, 3. There we go. So we're going to allow this to come to a boil, and then we're going to turn the heat down to allow it to simmer for about 30-45 minutes. All right, so now this has come to a boil. You see all the sudsy? All right, so now this has come to a boil. I'm going to turn it down to a simmer and allow it to simmer for about 30 minutes. All right, so this has been simmering for about 45 minutes, and as you can see, there's bubbles, and that's what we want. That is the saponins being released out of the soapberries. So I'm going to turn the water off, or turn the heat off now, and let that cool. So now my mixture is cooled. Let's see what it looks like. It's kind of like a gloopy, sudsy mess, right? All right, so I'm going to pour it into my bottle through a funnel, but I'm going to also use a piece of cloth as a filter to filter out the soapberries and flaxseed that we put in it. See, the flaxseed makes this kind of gloopy, but flaxseed is actually good for your hair as well. So now I'm going to grab my orange vinegar, and I'm going to get about 2 cups of it. And this is a 2-cup cup. Makes sense, doesn't it? 2-cup cup. And I'm going to pour it into my pot first because there's a little bit of gloop left in the pot. So I'm just going to try to get some of that gloopiness out. Might as well try to get it into my concoction, right? Pour it into my funnel. Just that easy. So what do we do now? We label it. So you probably find all sorts of recipes on the internet and on YouTube on making soapberry shampoo with soapberries and various recipes with flaxseed, but every one of them calls for putting it in the fridge, and adding vinegar to it makes it shelf stable, or shall I say shower stable. So this does not have to be refrigerated because of the vinegar inside of it. And vinegar is good for your hair too. So the next step is to go try this out. All right, just got out of the shower. As you can see, my hair is still wet, and I do love this. It's working out perfectly well, just the way the other has worked. And as you can see, you know, my curls are curly, and yeah. I will see how long it lasts before I need to wash my hair. That's another key that I've noticed in a lot of different formulas, that you have to wash often, but I will check in with you in a day or two to let you know how it is continuing to work. So it is the next morning and I've gotten dressed, but I haven't done anything with my hair. I do sleep with it up because it's long enough to where as I move around it pulls everywhere. But anyway, so I'm fixing to take it down to see what it has done. So I put my hair up wet last night, so it's going to be a little on the messy side, but I can run my fingers through it. Oh my goodness, it's fluffy. Yeah, I love that. But as you can see, I can run my fingers through it. I don't feel any residue that you get from some natural cleaners, and it's definitely not stripped like you get when you're using detergent shampoos. So I would definitely give this one a thumbs up. So the next question is, why would we even want to make our own hair cleaner? One of the major reasons why you would want to make your own hair cleaner, or at least switch from traditional shampoos, or what I've been calling detergent shampoos, is because shampoos that are on the open market, you know, that you would normally grab on the shelf, you know, 99 cents or whatever, or even paying $10 for a big bottle of Woohoo shampoo. Well, they all have some common ingredients that we want to stay away from. One, the basic thing that they are made from is they are petroleum based, which is not good for our skin, our body, internal, external. Number two is there's a lot of ingredients in shampoos and also most of our health and beauty products that you can readily go and buy that are endocrine disruptors, which means that it is turning on and off systems in our body that don't need to be turned on and off. They are acting as if they are hormones themselves. And now, is that kind of connecting with some issues you might be having? Light bulb. Reason number 3 would be cost. This bottle right here is 32 ounces. So as you can see, or at the beginning, I did not fill it all the way up to the top. So I did not do a specific 32 ounce in this. It was probably about shoulder height here. So we're probably looking at about 24 ounces, right? Okay, so 24 ounces is only cost me pennies. And let's break that down. So that box that I showed you, this box, a pound and a half, was 20 bucks or thereabouts. I think it was like 18, something like that, but we'll just round it up to 20. And I can get about 4 or 5 cups of Soapberries out of this. So that's 4 or 5 batches, right? Not quite. You can actually use each batch a couple of times. You can use them until they disintegrate down to nothing, because you're going to have those saponins inside the whole berry, and it will degrade over time and only leave like a little shell of a skin, and therefore you can reuse it over and over again. So even if, say, all right, so 5 cups, right? Even if we use it twice. And if you have watched my video on the orange vinegar, I only spent $1 and didn't even use all of the oranges that I bought for that $1. Oh, and then the sugar, we're looking at maybe a couple bucks for the sugar. The most expensive ingredient is the flaxseed, which I buy this in bulk, and I don't even recall how much I paid for it. Probably 10 bucks for a full jar, and we're only using spoonfuls, tablespoonsfuls. So again, we're only talking pennies. Out of curiosity for myself, I went and mathed it out. The Soapberries, if you use the batch only once, that's $2 a batch, but if you are able to use it twice, of course, that's $1 a batch. And if you're able to get it 3 or 4 times, that's even better. The flaxseed, I kind of just guesstimated probably 50 cents in flaxseed. The vinegar, I figured out, cost me about $1.50 a gallon, and I'm only using 2 cups out of that, so that's 20 cents that I would be potentially spending on making that. The jar was free. It was a recycled jar that was given to me. So we're looking at $150, $170, $175 maybe. I'll give you $75. $175 for a bottle, a 32-ounce bottle or 24 ounces of soap. Not too bad, is it? And as I've already mentioned, all of the chemicals that are in your shampoo that are hurting you, it's also hurting the environment, plus the plastic bottle and so on and so forth. So everything in here is biodegradable. Everything in here is natural. It's fermented. There's no chemicals in this, and I do know that everything has a chemical constituent. It can be broken down that way, but I'm using the word chemical as something that is harsh or damaging to you. Okay, so for those that just want to argue, take it somewhere else. But if you are actually interested in what I am saying and would like to talk about it, then leave a comment in the comment section and I will address it accordingly. But as you can see, you can easily make your own hair care at home for pennies. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, like I've already said, leave them in the comment section. And I will leave in the description section a link to the Soapberries that I got. And if you haven't checked out the video that I have created on making my orange vinegar, I will leave it a link in the description section. I will talk with you again soon, and until then, get healthy, be happy, and herbal on. Bye.